With the NBA season passing the midway point, teams are starting to find their identity. Some for better and most for certainly worse. I'm joined at the desk by Will Burns and Carme to discuss the most disappointing players, coaches, and teams of the young NBA season so far. So guys, a lot of disappointments, but who's been the most disappointing team? Christian, we'll start with you.
I don't think there's a question it's the Boston Celtics. They were one game away from going to the NBA Finals and beating LeBron James without Kyrie Irving, without Gordon Hayward. Now, it's just completely reverted. Once they got those guys back, there's been absolutely no chemistry. Kyrie has been an awful leader. They're 1-5 since the All-Star break. They're playing Golden State tonight. They're going to lose that game.
Definitely.
They're going on a 3-game road stint. They've been god-awful.
They have been really bad, but my pick this year is definitely the Phoenix Suns. They went 21-61 last year. You would think with the #1 overall pick, DeAndre Ayton, who looks like a promising star. He looks like a DeAndre Drummond type of player. I think he has a lot of potential, but they're 14-51 right now. They might get worse from last year, which is absolutely horrendous.
I mean, I don't know how you say that
possible.
they're disappointing because they've been a disappointment for the last 10 years. They've only had a winning season 1 year out of the 10.
You would think with the first pick, though, that they would at least get a little bit better.
Yeah, but you can't have your best player be a center in this modern day NBA with
That's
the guards
fair.
and everything. You just can't have it, and they've just been god awful, and their organization has had a hard time. And hopefully we'll see a turnaround soon, but I think, yeah, Celtics are
So let's move from teams to players. Who's been the most disappointing player? We'll start with you.
Well, going along with the Celtics, this was a tough choice. I was between Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Gordon Hayward. Ultimately,
the entire Boston
no,
roster.
Ultimately, I went with Jason Tatum. He looked like if people were quick to anoint him to the next Kobe, the next great thing in the NBA. But working with Kobe this offseason, as a matter of fact, made him more inefficient. His shooting numbers are down across the board, especially his three-point percentage, which has gone down 7%. I didn't really expect that out of him this season.
I agree. I mean, you can pick about a ton of these names.
Exactly.
I mean, Gordon Hayward, he looks absolutely terrified out there. He's averaging like 4 points a game since the All-Star break. Yeah. Kyrie Irving's absolutely miserable, can't lead a team, learned from LeBron. Now he's just, he thinks he's LeBron James. He thinks he can back his game up by being that good. He's not that good, but he's amazing on offense. He's been really slacking on defense. Last game against the Rockets, Eric Gordon let up eight threes. Eric Gordon. I mean, the only reason why James Harden didn't have like 60 was because Marcus Smart was guarding him, and he had to guard the other point, and he scored eight threes. Yeah. Unbelievable. He just hates.
So moving on from players, one more to talk about. Disappointing coaches. Christian, who you got?
Brad Stevens.
No surprise.
Continuing the theme. I mean, you got to switch up this rotation. I mean, they've gone about 40 games now where they've had Kyrie, Smart, Jason Tatum, Marcus Morris, and Al Horford at the spot. You have to switch up this starting rotation. You have to put Jaylen Brown in the starting lineup.
Agreed.
Do something. Bench Kyrie for a game. Just see what happens. You need to switch it up. You need to seriously light a fire under these players. He's doing absolutely nothing. All he says, we have to play better. Yeah. I have to coach better. No, you have to switch up the rotations. You got to light a fire under these guys. That's your job, is to coach.
He hasn't proven he could deal with superstar players. He did a great job last year, but he has diminished quite a bit this year. But my pick is Luke Walton. The Lakers, another disappointing team, are 30-34 this year. Luke has shown no signs of being a good head coach in today's NBA. He makes boneheaded decisions with the lineup. Lance Stevenson, for example, has had some good games in the first half, and then we'll play him for less than 2 minutes in the second half. It makes absolutely no sense. He has no consistency with his lineups. I'm confused as to what he's doing out there.
I agree. I mean,
tough seasons for Boston and LA. 1+ for Boston, though. At least they're in the playoff race right now. They're currently 5th in the East. Lakers down in 10th. Tough road to go for LeBron and the boys out in LA.
Absolutely.
I think I hear the final buzzer going off, which means we are all out of time. When we come back, we'll talk about the most exciting jobs athletes have had outside of their sports.